Welcome, everybody. Hope you guys are feeling blessed, feeling amazing, right? So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to my channel. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more value. If you're watching live from Facebook, welcome to my page. Make sure you hit that follow button, like this post, share this live, and comment some good energy, right? So, yo, I'm excited. You're probably wondering, why are you going live at 3 in the morning, right? Because this opportunity just has me that excited. I'm just feel like a kid at Christmas, right? So if you're watching this, this may be on my website. I may put this presentation on my website, so you may be watching there. But from wherever you're watching, I just want to say I'm very grateful for you, grateful for this opportunity. Just grateful for the leaders that we have, our CEO, anybody that has helped me get to this place right now where I'm at. leadership wise, knowledge wise, right? Spiritually. I'm very grateful, right? Very thankful. And I'm excited, right? I'm excited to share this with you guys because I know this opportunity is going to help people like it's helping me, right? So first, I want to start off by just making a withdrawal, showing you guys proof that this does actually pay out, right? Or you can actually withdraw. So I'm going to be withdrawing my referral commissions, not my trading profit yet. But yeah. All right. So to withdraw your referral commissions, you just come over here to the right hand side, right up here where this little uh, profile click drop down button is. You're going to go to your referrals, right? And I'm not going to click on that because there's some email information there, right? That is private, but click the referrals and then click on withdrawal and it'll bring you to this page. All right, so I'm going to be withdrawing USDT TRX, right? So I'm going to bring up my trust wallet. If you don't have a trust wallet, definitely want to get something that you can make deposit or withdrawal with. All right, so if you're using Cash App, that's fine. You can also use Trust Wallet. Crypto.com is a good one. Yeah, there's a lot of them, right? But you're going to need that. All right, there we go. I'm going to go to USDT Tron. Right, you want to make sure that you're using the right wallet. Okay, we're going to click Receive. Copy that address. I'm going to paste that address there. And I'm going to withdraw. Okay, 2FA code. 1 second. All right, so withdrawal request was submitted. Okay, so hopefully by the end of this live presentation, I'll be able to come back here and you'll be able to see it inside of my wallet. All right, so we're gonna get rid of this. All right, so you guys should be able to see my screen and hear me, right? So put a 7 in the chat if you guys are ready and excited to hear about this opportunity. All right, so yeah, we're good to go. Okay, so yeah, first off, I just want to start off by saying I'm really big on this whole energy thing, right? Energy. It's all about energy. You have to increase your energy if you want to increase your income, right? And you're probably wondering, no, why are you sharing this with me about energy? Is because a lot of people think that they're going to get into certain opportunities or certain programs or whatever, right? Whatever system you're using, and like it's just going to automatically work for you, right? Now, yes, this is on automation, this opportunity, but how you're going to maximize this is by understanding energy, right? And how important energy is. So if you're watching this, I need you to bring the energy, right? Raise your energy level. Einstein said it best. He said, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but to get that reality. All right, this is not physics. This is not philosophy. This is physics. All right, this is law. So if you match the frequency of the person that you want to be right now, right, even with, I'm talking to myself as well, the person that I want to be, a multimillionaire, want to have multiple luxury homes, traveling the world, being able to retire my parents, buy my woman, right? Hopefully soon to be wife, whatever she wants, be able to take her wherever she wants to go, give her the life that she never dreamed of, right? I have to have that energy of that person, right? I got to get on the frequency of that person right now, right? And this is what I've come to find out. If you start to match that frequency, right? If you start to raise your energy level, raise your vibration, your reality has to match it. Okay. So some things that I've learned right along the way is that you have to get around other people who have a high vibration, right? Other people who have good energy. If you don't, then they will bring you down. They will bring your frequency down. Okay, so that is really the benefit of you teaming up with me, teaming up with anybody around me, right? I'm going to keep high energetic people around me. I'm going to bring the energy, right? Keep my energy high. And I remember right before I came across this little diagram, I was having a lot of feelings of shame. Okay, you can see here on this chart, right? Shame's at the very bottom of this frequency, this consciousness chart, right? And that's the feeling that I was feeling: shame about my past, shame about mistakes that I made, guilt, apathy, right? Feeling grief from losing so many people, fear of the future, fear of that I may not make it work, anger. All right. I was feeling all these low vibrational feelings and wondering why I was attracting low vibrational circumstances, right? Low vibrational people. What we have to do is raise our vibration, raise our frequency level, raise our energy, okay, up to peace, joy, love, enlightenment. And once I became aware of this, right, I started becoming aware, like, okay, these lower vibrational feelings, yes, we're going to feel them, but I don't have to stay here in this low vibration. I can raise my frequency, I can raise my vibration, right? And how do we do that? How do we do that? Okay, the way that we are going to raise our vibration, raise our frequency level, the fastest and cheapest way is through gratitude. All right. So, what I want to do is just explain this really quick, and I want to try to keep this presentation short. Okay. And you're probably wondering, Noah, what does this have anything to do with Crybex, right? The Crybex opportunity. And it has everything to do with it. Okay. If you really want to maximize this opportunity, if you really want to start seeing a change, okay, it's just not about making money. It's about changing your mental, changing the way you think, changing your energy, and the energy that you choose to have surrounded around you. Okay, but the fastest way for us to raise this vibration, raise this frequency level, is through gratitude. Right, and the law of gratitude states that action and reaction are always equal and in opposite directions. The outward reaching of thankful praise to the Supreme is an expenditure of force. It cannot fail to reach that to which it is expressed, and the reaction is an instantaneous movement towards you. Right, so it's very powerful, very powerful. And once I became aware of this, right, first off, I got this from a book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, and it's I believe chapter 7, right, the law of gratitude. And when I first came across this, I started to experiment with it, right? I started to force myself to be thankful, to be grateful, right? And that's what you're going to have to do probably at first too, because at first you're going to be focused on everything that's not going right, right? You're not making money online. You keep getting scammed, or you keep um, getting setback after setback, meeting the same low vibrational people, right, over and over. So at first it's going to be hard for you to get grateful because you're going to be focused on everything that is going wrong, right? Everything that's not happening. But what we got to do is switch our focus from thinking about what isn't happening to what we want to happen, to what we do want to see. All right. So you see this shifting from what we don't want to happen, thinking about what we don't want to happen, to shifting to what we do and what we already have. That's the shift, right? That's the mental shift that I made. I stopped complaining. I stopped focusing on everything that wasn't happening. I stopped saying to myself, I'm not making money online. I'm broke, or I can't figure it out, or whatever. Right? I stopped focusing on what's not happening. And I started focusing on what is and what I believe will happen and what I know will happen. But this is through gratitude, right? Gratitude is going to help you keep your mind off of negativity, right? Gratitude is an expenditure of force, okay? It's a signal out to the things that you want. And the reaction is an instantaneous movement towards you. It's law, right? Just like the law of gravity. If you drop a pin anytime, right, the pin is always going to drop to the ground every single time. This is the same way, law of gratitude. Every time you get thankful, you get grateful, it's an expenditure of force. Every single time, right? So the more gratitude you feel, the more profound, the more strong and constant this gratitude feeling is, the more constant and the more frequent the blessings are that come to you. All right. So moving along, right? Like I said, I want to try to keep this presentation short, but I could keep going on and on, right? I could keep going on and on about gratitude, but I just want to give you guys a quick backstory on myself so that the new people that are seeing me, right, for the first time, you're going to know what type of coach you're getting with me, and just knowing where I came from, you'll be able to relate with me. All right. So, yeah, just want to give you a little bit of my story. Okay. So, back in 2007 to like 2009, okay, I found myself going in and out of jail. Okay. This was a very, very dark time for me, very negative time. Hanging around the wrong people, being influenced by the wrong crowds. Um, yeah, just hanging out in places where I had no business hanging out in, doing things I had no business doing, right? Just led me in jail, in and out of jail. All right. So yeah, this was a very dark time, and just when I thought things couldn't get any darker, right? Couldn't get any worse. In 2012, I had my daughter pass away at birth. Okay, so things got even darker, right? And I also experienced even 2 miscarriages after that. So it just this span of time, right? I was probably one of the lowest points of my life. Okay, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, having to experience jail or having to experience a loss like that. And then shortly after that, right, I found myself losing everything. Okay, so um, it just was a span of just some terrible events, right, that I don't like to relive. I don't really like to tell people about. I don't really like to talk about, but it is what it is. It happened, right? So found myself going in and out of jail. Ended up losing my daughter at birth, right? Experiencing miscarriage after miscarriage, and eventually ending up homeless, living out of my car. Right. So this is where I was, right? Losing everything, living in my car. I was jumping from couch to couch, no purpose, no direction, just just roaming around, right? And I don't wish that on anybody. Like I said, anything could have happened to me, and that's how I really know that there's a God, because just the divine protection, divine steps, even when I was out there like that, right, with no purpose, no direction, no relationship with God or Jesus, um, anything could happen, right? But His love, His mercy, His blood still protected me. Okay, so I'm just very grateful. I'm forever grateful for that. And at the time when I was experiencing that homelessness and having to live out of my car, I thought it was the worst thing that could ever happen, right? And I thought I would never be able to bounce back or survive. I didn't really want to survive, right? I honestly, going through that, I had thoughts of suicide, thoughts of wanting to take my life and not wanting to live anymore, just because of experiencing just that those span of bad years, right? And then ultimately ending up homeless, right? So I just didn't want to live anymore. And I remember like it was yesterday, right? I was sitting there in the car and I'm just so mad with God, looking in the rearview mirror, crying, right, and asking God, why does this have to happen to me, right? And I remember a voice, right, and it said these words, these very powerful words. Okay, now was this God? Was this myself, my own conscience? Like I don't know, but I remember hearing this very clear, right? And what I heard was, "It's all your fault." Okay, it's all your fault. Why you are sitting here homeless, feeling like you have nowhere to go, um, feeling hopeless, right? It's This is your fault. You're putting this on yourself. So this is something that I believe everybody has to tell themselves if they're going through just their rock bottom. Okay, you are where you are in life because of the choices that you've made. This is what I had to be real and tell myself, right? When I was found myself living out of that car, I had to tell myself, Noah, this is all your fault. You have to take full responsibility, full accountability for where you are and your results right now, because ultimately it is your fault. You made the choices that you did that led you here. You had the thoughts. You did what you had to do daily to get this result, right? And just for the opposite, it works just for the opposite, right? If you want success, it's going to be the daily choices that you chose that led to your successful results. Okay. So I had to come to that realization in a matter of days, right? So I know people who take years and years to come to that realization that you have to take full responsibility, full accountability, and what you're experiencing is a sum of your choices. So it is all your fault, right? And yeah, so I'm sitting there coming to this realization, and I'm understanding that, okay, this is all my fault. If I made the choices to get myself here, then I can make different choices, have different thoughts, and take different actions to get myself in a new result. Right? This just makes sense. Logical thinking. Right? So I knew I had to have these different thoughts and different actions, but I didn't know what. I didn't know what thoughts and actions. Okay. So that led me down the rabbit hole of trying to find mentors, trying to find people that I could emulate and copy, right? And get these thoughts and actions that I'm supposed to take. Okay. So it led me to finding people like Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. I found Dr. Joseph Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. All right. I found other leaders like Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, um, Dr. Eric Thomas, okay, Bob Proctor, um, Wayne Dyer. Okay, so many different people that I found, right? And that's just off the top of the head, but you can go down the rabbit hole too, right? There's all kinds of people out there who will give you the thoughts and actions that you need to take, right? Okay. So that's what I did, right? I started to go down that rabbit hole. I started to search for these people um, that I thought had the answers, right? And you'll be able to find these people. You can look through your Facebook, look through YouTube, and there's all types of people who have already accomplished what you're trying to accomplish, right? They're already got to that top tier success. So all you have to do is copy these people, right? Listen to them and copy it, and then implement it in your life, right? Your everyday life. So that's what I started to do. And as I started to do that, listening to those books and those lectures, okay, over and over again, I started to reprogram my subconscious mind. And that started to lead to me getting different opportunities. Right. So one of those opportunities was I was starting to get all kinds of jobs, right? Started to get warehouse jobs. I remember working at Dick's Sporting Goods, Ralph Lauren. Okay, I had all types of retail jobs, warehouse jobs. I was doing landscape sometimes, right? Construction. I was doing whatever I could, right, to try to get back on my feet. So a few years go by of just trying to crawl and get back on my feet, right? And I finally things started to turn, right, for the better. So I started to travel. I remember back in 2017, 2019 to 2019, where I started to travel and go after my dream of playing basketball. Okay, this was overseas. So went to a couple academies, played on a couple teams in Spain and Germany. And through that time, right, I was searching the internet for ways to make money off of my phone. Right. And I came across a few different things while I was doing that. And one of those things was affiliate marketing. Okay. So I first came across affiliate marketing in like 2018, 2019. And I came across a mentor by the name of Wesley Virgin. Okay. And he had a product called the Millionaire Mind Hack. And this was on Digistore 24. Okay, so I came across this platform on Digistore 24 and came across this digital product, right, and started to promote it while using it. Okay, so the Millionaire Mind Hack, this was a system of using different variables to basically hack your mind, right, reprogram your mind. So watching different affirmations, different visualization techniques, right, to basically draw a new reality to yourself. Okay, and this is how I came across the law of attraction, right? And so yeah, started to promote this digital product, and I started making my first money on Digistore 24, right, as an affiliate marketer. After that, I started to get into learning how to run Facebook ads, learning how to run YouTube ads, all right, and I basically was just self-teaching myself on how to do that. And I came across another mentor of mine by the name of Coach TBD, right? And Coach TBD she was doing digital marketing agencies, right? Creating digital marketing agencies and selling digital products, right? Creating her own digital products. So this is how I started to learn how to create my own digital products and how to resell other people's digital products, right? So I got into this reseller program called the 10X Income System, right? And this was in 2021 through Coach TBD. All right. So in 2021, this was like August 2021, right? So I joined this 10X Income System for like $297, and the commissions were you would receive $297 instantly every time you sold that digital product, right? So started to promote it, and this was at the end of August, right, 2021. Started to promote it on Facebook. My very first day was $1,000 day, right? And I'm kind of skimming through this story, right, because I don't want to draw this out, but long story short, first day was $1,000 day. After 30 days was my first 5-figure month. Okay, so you can imagine how I was feeling, right? Going from living off of welfare, food stamps, going from job to job, trying different things online, right? Getting scammed, losing money, going from that to basically in 1 month going to 5 figures in 1 month. Okay, so you can imagine where my head was at. My first time having that amount of money in my bank account, first time experiencing anything like that, right? First person in my family to have a 5-figure month. So you can just imagine where my head was at, right? And mind you, before that had happened, right, before I manifested that, I was already acting and talking as if I was already making a full-time income online, right? I was already giving thanks, already being grateful, already putting myself in that frequency of a person that was making a full-time income online. Okay, then in September 2021, that manifested. So with that money, I started to invest into other opportunities like Forex, different crypto opportunities, teaching myself how to trade, right, how to day trade, and buying different courses, joining different MLMs, right, getting scammed out of so much money, right? Y'all know the process, right? Those of you that have been through the whole Forex and crypto space, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And it's just a journey, right? It's a process. But yeah, started to invest in that, started to teach my own class actually how to trade, how to day trade and get and invest into different opportunities. I started to get into AI automation, right? Started to invest in how to learn how to run my own bots, how to create bots, how to use AI with AI marketing. Okay, so through this whole process of just losing money, trying things, it failing over and over again, finding some things that did work, right? I met a couple key people, all right? One of these people by the name of Louis Murad, okay? Shout out to my boy Louis. But I met Louis through day trading, okay? This was an opportunity that we were in together a while back, maybe about a couple years back. And yeah, when I first met Louis, okay? I also met another gentleman by the name of Keith, right? Keith Sweat. Some of y'all may know him, may have joined him in other opportunities. Okay, so I met these two individuals um, through trading, right? Through different opportunities trading. And we followed each other. We joined each other's classes, bought each other's courses, right? Throughout the years. And one day, Louis came to me about an opportunity called Crybex. Okay. And at first, I wasn't really open to it because I just got out of an opportunity, a Forex opportunity with some individuals, and it just went south, right? For whatever reason. But I really wasn't trying to work with anybody, really wasn't trying to build anything because I was just cool with rocking by myself and continue to teach my class and do things that way, right? Just by myself, solo. So I really wasn't really open to the opportunity at first, kind of hesitant. But as Louis started to explain what the opportunity was, right, and I'm going to explain to you guys here in a minute what this opportunity was, I started to see the vision. I started to understand how valuable this opportunity was and how it could change the game for a lot of people out there who are in the Forex and crypto space. All right. So, yeah, this is something I'm excited about and excited to share with you all, excited to share with my team that I've been building up. We've been trading together. We've been investing in different opportunities. And this is one that is definitely going to be another one that you're going to want to add. And I'm excited, right? I'm excited about it. That's why I'm up at 4 a.m. in the morning sharing this with y'all. Okay. Because I know how life-changing this can be for you. And everything that I've been through, you're going to be able to shorten your learning curve by having me as your coach. Okay. So now you know a little bit about me. Okay. So like I said, I was introduced to this opportunity by Louis, and Louis had introduced me to the CEO, right? So that's another reason why I had wanted to join this opportunity. Okay. So now I want to just explain to you guys why Crybex, right? Why did I take Louis up on this opportunity, right? And join him in this. So number one, the reason why I accepted this opportunity from Louis and I joined arms with him in this, right? And now we're building together is because of the CEO. Okay, so the CEO, her name is Maria. She is they're stationed out in the UK. Okay, but she is from South Africa, and she's just somebody who's very, very down to earth. Somebody who is really trying to help people, and that right there. Once I got that vibe from her that she was really trying to help people, not just trying to get rich, I knew, okay, this can be something that I can share with people. This could be something that can grow, right? I can help grow because that's what I'm about. I'm really about showing people things that can help them, right? Because I know how it feels to be living out of your car or living out of a hotel, jumping from couch to couch, thinking that you have no hope, right? There's no way to bounce back. I know how that feels, right? So coming across an opportunity like this is life changing because it gives you hope. It sparks something inside of you. It changes your perspective about life, about money. All right. So that's the first thing, the CEO. And I was able to jump on a Zoom call with her. She was very willing to jump on a meeting. She's very willing to jump on meetings with me and my team. Right. So just her seeing her willingness and just her wanting to see me succeed, right, and see the people that I bring in succeed, and just her being so down to earth, right, so and wanting to really help people. That's what made me want to join this, and also the community. Okay, so you're going to meet the community of people, her partners, other leaders inside this community, and that's the main reason of why I'm sharing this, and the main reason why I joined. Number two is this is the first AI crypto exchange with embedded bots inside the exchange. Okay, so the reason why that made me want to join is because AI is the new wave. Okay. AI, crypto, um, this whole technology thing, it's the new wave, right? This is the next big thing. So getting ahead of this curve and getting into an exchange that is the first of its kind made me want to get into this because I know how big the market can be for this, right? And how lucrative it can be for people that get in and want to build, because everybody wants to learn about AI. Everybody wants to get involved in the crypto transfer, right? Wealth transfer. And getting in this is going to put us ahead of the curve and give us something that we can give a value to people, right? That's in high demand. Number three is low cost. All right. So it's only going to cost 200 minimum to get involved, right? To get to the minimum deposit is $200 to get connected and have the AI crypto bots start to trade, right? So $200 minimum, very low cost. That's not going to break anybody. And if um, we do lose, right? If we were to happen to lose a 200, that's not going to break anybody either. So I always tell people, invest money that you can afford to lose. All right. So if you have an extra $10,000 around and you're not doing anything with it, right, and you want to see it grow, then I would invest it for the 3 months, right? So there's 90-day that you have to have your money on there, and if not, there's a 28% withdrawal fee. Okay, so that's really another reason why I joined this too, is because you can withdraw at any time, right? There's just a 20% withdrawal fee if you withdraw before the 90-day soft lock. Okay. So that's another reason, because of other opportunities, they're going to lock your money for however much amount of time and you're not going to be able to withdraw at all. Right. So if they close down or if anything was to happen to the company, then they just take the money. Okay. So that's why I also wanted to get in this, because I want my people that invest to feel like their investment is safe and like they will have access to it at any time. Right. Number five, the reason why I joined this is because it pays 10 uni levels deep. Okay. So this is just for my marketers. You don't have to obviously recruit to make money with this at all. You don't have to bring anybody in, but for my people who understand about getting paid 10 levels deep, you understand how powerful this can be, right? If you choose to build. Also, there's a 90-day soft lock, like I said, and then your principal's return. So try it out for 90 days. After the 90 days is up, you can, it automatically returns your principal balance, and you can choose to reinvest or um, go into another 90 days, right? If you choose to. Also, another reason why I joined, number 8, was because of the monthly profit. So when I had the meeting with Maria, she showed me uh, her back office, her account, right, and the winning rate for this. So what she showed me, I saw monthly returns of anywhere from 20 to 40%. Okay, her very first month, her daughter's very first month with this was a 40% month. Okay, so obviously it can vary. It could be less than 20%. It could be more than 40%. But that's about the average that we're going to see, right? So about 20 to 40% monthly profit, which is amazing. Anybody that trades, you know that that's amazing. Um, Anything over really 10% per month is good, right? Because you got to think of it like this: your bank is only going to give you 1 to 2% annually. Okay, so to have something that can bring us 20 to 40% monthly is amazing. All right. So also number 9, the winning rate. So the winning rate with this is 90%, 91% winning rate. And like I said, anybody that trades, you understand how good that is. All right. Anything over 60% is profitable. Anything over 75% is amazing. You're really a really good trader, right? If you have an 80% winning rate, you're an amazing trader. This has a 91% winning rate. Okay. And then finally, number 10, the leadership. Okay. So like I said, we have a group of leaders where I feel extremely humble, people who have made more money than me, people who are making more money than me, people who know more than me, right? I just feel extremely humble to be in the leadership group that I'm in, right? And you're going to see, right? You're going to see the other leaders that are involved and be a part of this community and be able to get mentored and get advice, right? Get tips from these people, right? We'll be doing Zoom trainings so you guys can connect with the other leaders, right? So now I want to share a story with y'all, okay? That is going to open your eyes to investing, okay? And why this is investing is so important, right? So I want to read this story out of Matthew 25:14 through 30, right? And what this is the parable of talents. If you haven't heard this before, this is a very, very powerful story, right? So listen to the end, right? Listen to the end of this. In Matthew 25:14, it says, "For it will be like a man going on a journey, who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. To one servant he gave 5 talents, to another he gave 2, and to another he gave 1, to each according to his ability. Then when he went away, he who had received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them." Right? You see that? He traded with it, and he made 5 more talents. Okay, so he doubled his money. So also, he who also had 2 talents made 2 more talents, right? So doubled his. But he who had received 1 talent went and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. Now, after a long time, the master of those servants came and settled the accounts with them. And he who had received the 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, "Master, you delivered to me 5 talents here. I have made 5 talents more." His master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over the little, and I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." And he also, who had the 2 talents, came forward, saying, "Master, you delivered me of 2 talents. Here I have made 2 talents more." His master said unto him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over the little, and I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master." And he who also had 1 talent came forward, saying, "Master, I knew you be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow, and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went and hid the talents in the ground, and I still have what is yours." But his master said unto him, "You wicked and slothful servant, you knew that I have not sown and gathered where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money with bankers, and at my coming I should have received what was my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to the one who has the 10 talents. For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from one who has not, even what he has will be taken away from him. And cast the worthless servant into the darkness, and in that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." All right. So, yo, when I first heard this, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of scared me, right? Because I wasn't investing my money, I was just hoarding it in my bank account, just saving for a rainy day. All right. So this is my warning to you. If you have heard that and you are under my voice, this is my warning. This is your opportunity to start to invest your money, even if it isn't with me in Crybex, right? You need to start investing your talents, investing what God gave to you, investing what God blessed you with. Not just your money, okay? Your actual talents, your actual abilities. Okay. So hopefully you take heed to that, and this get you to shift your mind, right? Shift your actions into wanting to start to invest. Okay. So now we want to get into this opportunity. All right. So Crybex. And this is the world's first AI exchange. Okay. So introducing Crybex, investment stacking in 3 months. AI powered autonomous trading execution. This also has 6 pre-built strategy engines in real-time risk monitoring controls. Okay, so like I said, one of the reasons why I joined this opportunity was because of the CEO. Okay, shout out to Miss Maria. She's the Chief Executive Officer of Crybex. Okay, so Maria believes the impossible can become inevitable. Right, she began her trading journey in her early 30s. Right, it's like some of us. In 2015, she moved into cryptocurrency trading. Okay, blending automation and disciplined strategy in the pursuit of passive financial freedom. Her leadership is grounded in clarity, honesty, and trust. She focuses on access to tools, access to education, and access to decentralized opportunities, often out of reach. Maria shares practical systems, techniques, and experiences with people around the world. Her work is method driven. It does not rely on talent. It relies on tools that can be learned and shared. She believes money is not everything. Lack of it changes everything. Her life's work centers on helping people, right? And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to team up with her and take this on, because that's her main focus, is helping people improve their financial position so that they can live with less stress and more purpose. Crybex is the result of that journey, not just a platform. Okay. It's a mission, it's her calling, her focus remains clear: build wisely, invest in yourself, and pay it forward. And that's what she's trying to do with sharing this with us and allowing us to be a part of this, right? She's paying it forward because it's something that truly works. And she's not just keeping it a secret, right? Obviously, she could keep this whole thing a secret and just benefit herself and her family, right? And the people close to her. But she wants the public to be able to benefit, right? But she doesn't want all the problems that comes with that. Okay. We all know starting something big, starting something that can help a lot of people, is going to come with its responsibilities, with its burdens, with the issues that you're going to have, right? And she's someone who's definitely not afraid of that. She's ready to face it head on, and um, she'll say it to you, right? She said it on the meeting. She's not running from anything. She's not hiding. She's not um, trying to scam or get over on anybody. All she's really trying to do is help people because somebody helped her, right? And God has been blessing her, has healed her. She'll talk about that, her story, and dealing with her sickness, and how she was healed of actually 4 different sicknesses, right? So yeah, she has a very, very powerful story, and that was the main reason why I got involved with her. Okay, and she also has a partner by the name of Esam. He's the chief marketing officer, right? And you'll be able to connect with him as well, right? So Crybex has 6 AI trading tools built into one. Okay, this is built for people that have a different trading style, right? It's just a different trading style. It's not your ordinary AI bot. Okay, the AI bots that I grew um, to learn how to use, right, is way different from this. The bots that I use were like scalping bots, where they got in a lot of trades, and you had to just rely on catching the reversal. Okay, these trading bots, what I've noticed watching the trading, is it's very particular about the trades that it gets in. It scans the market, scans the different coins, and gets into the best position possible, right, with the highest probability of winning. Okay, so it's very, very meticulous, okay, on how this thing trades. So you're not going to see as many trades, right, as we want to, like the other bots that we're used to using, right, in Forex, where it takes a lot of different trades. It's kind of like a martingale type of thing, right? And then you just got to rely on catching the swing, right? This is not that type of bots. These get in very particular, and they're controlled by experts, right? So there's somebody actually trading with the bot. So it's built for different trading styles, covers scalping, swing, arbitrage, and trend, includes hedging and sentinel strategies. Right, so it's an adaptive learning engine. It continuously adapts to the market patterns, responds intelligently to the market volatility, and improves overall performance over time. Okay, so it also has lightning fast execution. So sometimes in the back office, like you'll see, it's kind of hard to catch its trades. Okay, so let me show you guys in the back office. All right, first let's check to see if our withdrawal has come. All right, let's check to see if our withdrawal landed. All right, so not yet. Okay, so it's all good. We'll check at the end of this presentation. Okay, so all right, so if you come here and you scroll down, All right, these are all the coins that it scans of the market. All right, and if you go to the home page, all right, the orders page. All right, this is where you can see the open orders. So it's kind of hard to catch the open orders because, like I said, it's lightning fast, and it's like it's AI, right? So it's really fast. So it's kind of hard to catch the trades when they're open. But what I've seen is it sometimes stays in trades for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then collects the profit. All right. So yeah, you'll be able to come here, see the open orders, see the history, order history. All right. See the trades taken. And right now it's one every single trade, but one trade. Okay, so it's at about a 95% win rate right now. Okay. And since I've been connected, right, for these past 3 days, going on 3 days, it's taken 12 trades. Okay. So like I said, it's not going to take a lot of trades, right? It's not going to take a lot of trades, but the trades that it does take is very, very particular about, and there's a very intense strategy about it. Okay. It's not just going to get into every single trade and end up in a big drawdown like the bots that we're used to. Okay. But yeah, lightning fast execution, right? So this is the world's first AI crypto exchange and ensures high speed and reliability. Very transparent performance. That's another reason why I got involved, right? You're going to get access to the real-time market data, view detailed performance reports, manage everything from a single dashboard, right? I just showed you guys in the back office where you can see that. All right, so it's 24/7 autonomous trading, operates even when you're offline, right? So you don't have to have a VPS or anything like that. You can log out and it's still going to trade. As long as your account says active in the subscription, your account is going to take the trades, right? So it's never going to miss a trading opportunity due to downtime, which is another plus, right? Because other bots you're going to have to be required to have a VPS, always keep your laptop on. So yeah. So how much is it to get involved, right? Like I told you guys, one of the reasons why I got involved is because it's the low cost. Okay, so the minimum level investment entry, the minimum investment in Crybex is $200 minimum, and there's no maximum limit. 1 month free trial. Okay, so that's another reason why I got into this. People that start off, you're going to get a 1 month free trial. It auto renews, applies after the trial. Okay, so you can set it to auto renewal. For month 2, it'll be $29 for the bot fee. Is automatically deducted from your wallet's profits to ensure sufficient balance when withdrawing. Okay, so you have to worry about paying that. Always going into your back, always pay that, right? You can put on auto renew and it'll take it out of your profit. If the balance falls below 200, right? So like, let's say you withdraw your profit and you're at 200 and then it takes out 29 for the bot fee. Okay, the bot will automatically stop trading. Okay, the 90-day staking period starts from the investment date, and the withdrawals are allowed only at the end of the 90-day cycle. Okay, so to withdraw the whole principal without a fee, you have to wait 90 days. If you don't, if you don't care about the fee, which is 28%, then you can withdraw at any time before the 90 days. Okay, the 90-day period starts at the beginning of whichever, like the investment, whatever date that you invested. Okay, so if you invest $1,000, your 90 days starts from when you put that $1,000 in. If you invest another 1,000 after that 1,000, right? So the 90 days on that second 1,000 will start from when you invested the second deposit, and so on and so on. Okay, so ROI explained, right? So Crybex is not fixed or a daily ROI investment platform, which is another reason why I like this platform, because in the other platforms, right, that just run with your money, they give you a set percentage. It'll be like 1% to 3%. This one day could be 10%, another day could be 1%, one day could be 30%, another day could be 3%, right? So it varies on the market conditions, right? Like it says here, ROI varies with market conditions and bot performance. Okay, so it's profits, partners, commissions, and rewards are instantly withdrawable. Okay, so we're going to get paid 4 different ways, right? The trading profits, which is about 10 to 25%, sometimes more per month. Okay. Our partner commissions. So we're going to get paid 10 levels deep. We're also going to get paid for deposits and also the rewards that we get for the bonus rewards. Okay. So all of those are instantly withdrawable. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so compensation plan, I'm not going to really get too deep into this. We'll save this for another live, but basically on the first level, you'll get 10% for the deposits. I'm sorry, on the daily trading, okay, for your team, 6% on the second level, 3% on the third, 5% on the third level, 4 on the fourth, 3 on the fifth level, and so on and so on. Okay. Trading profit share. Okay, so you also will get a profit share in the trading. On the first level will be 5%, second level is 3%, 2% on the third level. Also a network allocation model, right? So for your whole entire network, level 1, 100%, 2, 90%, right, and so on. So we'll get deeper into this and more explanation into the compensation for the people that want to build, but I'll keep that for a different opportunity. A different live, right? Okay, so deposits and withdrawal rules. So like I said, Crybex deposits are instantly verifiable and credited, right? So your deposits are instant. Stacking period. So there's a stacking period of 90 days, but you also can withdraw whenever, right? So there's a 28% fee if you withdraw before the 90 days. Profit withdrawals are available around the clock, all days of the week. All withdrawals are processed within 6 hours. Okay. Capital withdrawals. Okay. So before the expiration of the stacking period, attracts a 28% penalty. So like I said, if you withdraw your whole profit before the 90 days, there'll be a 28% penalty fee. Okay. So Crybex, this is the way forward. So 3 steps to get started. Okay. So all you need to do is create your account. That's the very first thing. Okay. So what you're going to do is go to thatcryptothing.com. Thatcryptothing.com. You come here, enter your email. Okay. Click get access now. And click get instant access. It's going to take you to this page here. Okay, so you're going to watch this video in full. Okay. You also have a walkthrough of the back office by the CEO. Okay, she's going to walk you through the back office in that video. And then these 2 videos are going to show you how to sign up, which is what I'm showing you now, and then how to deposit on this video, right? So you want to keep this page up while you're doing the process so that you can follow along with the steps. Okay. So yeah, after this, once you click register your account, all right, well, it already logged me in, but I was already logged in. So it's going to take you to a registration page. You'll enter in your name, your email, and then once you log in and verify your account, it'll be here, right? So at first, you're not going to see this say active. You'll first have to activate your subscription, right? So first thing to activate your subscription, you're going to need to deposit first, and then you'll come back here and turn on your activation. Okay, so to deposit, you come over here to wallets. Okay, you'll click deposit. All right, you'll choose a coin that you want to use to deposit. So like I said, you want to get Trust Wallet, or you can use Cash App to deposit Bitcoin. Okay, so if you are depositing Bitcoin, you go to BTC. You'll choose this first one, BTC. Okay, and this address right here, okay, really is probably better just to scan the QR code. But if you want to copy and paste the address, it's here, right? So this is the address that you're going to send your BTC to. Okay. All right. So you'll just copy this, or you'll take a picture of that QR code, right, or scan that QR code on whatever wallet you're using, right? So if it's Trust Wallet, you can just scan this. If it's Cash App, you can scan this and it'll do it automatically. All right. So then when you send your money, you'll see it pop up in your portfolio in your wallets. Okay. So it shouldn't take no more than 30 minutes to an hour for it to pop up. But once it does, you'll see your investment here, right, pop up in this total balance. Okay. Right. So yeah, first thing, and then you'll go back. Right. You'll go back here to activate your subscription, right? So if you want it to auto renew, you'll click this and it should say active once you activate your monthly subscription. Right. So like I said, your first 30 days is free. After that, it'll be $29, $29.99. Or you can just pay the yearly and not have to worry about it. $248. Okay, so once you're connected, you'll start to see the trades being taken here, right, in the recent executions. If you're not seeing the trades, then that means that you are not active, right? So you'll need, if you're not seeing the trades being taken, I'd say give it about 24 hours. If you don't see any trades being taken, that means that this right here is not green and it's not active. If this isn't green and active, it's not going to take any trades. But once it is, you'll click this auto renew, right? And then you're good to go. As long as that says active, you'll be taking the trades and it's always connected. You don't have to worry about getting VPS. You don't have to worry about turning on anything. It's already connected and the trades will take by itself. All right. And then, like I said, you'll see the trades being taken right here in real time. Right. So, yeah, you guys, I just want to open up for any questions that you guys may have. All right. I don't see any comments. So hopefully I explained this good. Right. And, I'll put this presentation, this replay, right, of this recording. I'll put this presentation in our group, right, our messenger group, so that you guys can use this. But yeah, hopefully I showed everything. Yeah, we have a messenger group as well, right? So if you're not in that messenger group, get back with the person that invited you here so that you can get into our Crybex launch chat, right? So this chat right here is where we're adding our people from the community. So you'll come here before you lock in, right? If you just want to come here and check everything out before you lock in, you can, right? So, yeah, actually, I'll put this link inside in the comments. All right, so that link there, you'll be able to click that link and it'll take you to the messenger, right? Our messenger chat. Inside that chat, you'll be able to connect with the community and be able to get more information. Also, message me if you're watching this from Facebook or YouTube and you're ready to get in. You can go to thatcryptothing.com and be able to register. Send me a message. Let me know that you're in and you made your deposit. And yeah, let's get it, right? So y'all, I appreciate y'all. I'm very grateful for each and every one of y'all. I love y'all. Nothing you can do about that. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Like I always say, make the rest of it the best of it. I'll see you at the top because that bottom is way too crowded. Let's go.